Hey YouTube, it's me. I just wanted to kind of have a little conversational video here. I want to kind of discuss where the D80 sits today as far as the field goes, as far as current DSLRs, and somebody who might be looking at a used D80 in comparison to maybe a D90 or a D5000 or D3000. So I thought I would kind of go through that. First thing you'll notice is this camera looks identical to the D90 from the front. It's actually the same chassis, same viewfinders. I mean, same. I think it's even got the same autofocus system, except for the D90 has 3D matrixing, which this does not. But the screen's a little bit smaller in the back. But once again, that's not really important. It's kind of important on the D90 that it's got a big screen because it does video. But if you're not into doing video at all, the smaller the screen, the less battery it's going to take when it's on and when it's being used. And the other thing is, if you're using live view or anything like that, you're just draining your battery like you wouldn't believe. I mean, it's good for macro photography, but for everyday photography, it's almost useless. So, anyways, that's my view on it. I'm sure somebody's going to complain about my comment on that one. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, it's just for quick review of images and, the menus and everything like that. Over the D40 and D60, they're still kind of the budget DSLRs, although the D3000 is going to kind of sneak in there. It does have the top LCD screen to give you shooting information. And the one kind of bonus of this is you're saving so much battery just by using this screen. I can literally leave my camera on for 2 weeks, and just like this is on the on mode right now for 2 weeks and never even lose a bar on my battery. And because of that, because I always use this and I never use a back screen for anything except for just reviewing, my battery will last over 1,000 images easily. In fact, I could take 1,000 images and it might have 1 bar out of the battery down. Last time I charged this camera was, I'm guessing, about a month and a half ago. I'm guessing. And it was only at the point it was at now. I was just kind of, bored, and I guess I thought maybe I should plug it in for the heck of it. Another real good reason to kind of get this over D60, D3000, D5000 is that it's got the autofocus motor, which, is kind of important, considering a lot of the lenses for Nikon are not set for the new digital stuff yet. I know they're coming out with them. I can't remember the designation code for them, but you could take an old 50mm f1.8 and you could, throw it on this camera, throw on the autofocus system, and you're ready to use it. Where if you put it on a D60 or D40, D3000, D5000, you're not going to be able to use those older lenses. Well, you could, but they're going to be manual focus. So, I mean, that's kind of disappointing. The build quality, too, is a little bit better. Well, I'm not going to lie, it's a lot better. It feels a lot better, a lot more ergonomic, a lot more comfortable. Same with the D90. So if you're comparing this to the D90, as far as ergonomics and build quality, they're the same. So, I mean, as far as that goes, you can kind of just take that and account for both. The memory card's an SD memory card, so that's pretty important. Now I'm not going to go through all the specs. If you want specs, search up Camera Labs, see if their D80 review is still online, and if it is, watch that one. He's probably the best at reviewing specs. I just want to kind of give you an idea where this sits. So one of the main things too is with the D80 and the D90. The D90 is extremely good in low light, extremely good, very good at high ISO, where the D80 is the complete opposite. It's absolutely atrocious. So if you do daytime photography, the D80, you're not even going to notice it, but as soon as you start bumping up the ISO, you're going to start noticing, wow, this thing is noisy as heck. So if you're going to use a D80 in high noise just to save the bucks over the D90, and you're going to get a used one, make sure to get software for noise reduction. do yourself a favor. You know, other than that, I mean, it's a great camera. I would put it, as far as features go, it would, I guess it would be behind the D3000, D5000, just because those have movie modes. They have the new CMOS sensor, where this is still a CCD sensor. But as far as build quality and the ability to use lenses, this is far superior. This literally should be still part of their line, just below the D90, if anything. I think they could have kept it in their line without question. But I can see why they took it out. The D90 is so similar. But the price-wise, I mean, these used can go as low as $500 now if they're not under warranty, and about $600-700 if they are under warranty. Of course, those are Canadian dollars, so you're gonna have to look on your local forums and stuff just to see roughly where they're at. But that gives you an idea. This one's over, I think it's over 3 years old. But you can see, I mean, it looks like it did the day it came out of the package, and it's not because I'm not rough on this camera. It's that the build quality is so high that it can just stand up to anything I throw at it. I mean, even the kind of like grip hasn't even started to, you know they kind of smooth out. It hasn't even smoothed out at all. The buttons are like still nice and crisp. Shutter still works, obviously. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking to step up from a D60 or D40 and you don't want to spend the $1,000 on the D90 just yet, this would be a good camera to get. There's no questions. You're going to take fantastic photos with it. It's a very fun camera, especially if you know what you're doing. You're not going to get the kind of, it's not going to hold your hand like the D60 does and tell you what each thing you're doing does. But once you've learned that stuff, that's not even important anyways. So, but for me, the main thing is the fact that I can use the really older lenses, so I can find deals online and get this really old lens that, requires a built-in autofocus drive because this has it, but yet this can still work with the new digital one, so it's really a good compromise. If you are looking for video and stuff like that, skip the D5000, go straight to the D90. Just, don't waste your money. Get a better camera. A lot of photographers will say get the better camera, get the cheaper camera and spend more on glass. But in reality, in this case, get the better camera and still get good glass. I guess spend a little bit more is what I'm saying. But if you're looking to save a few bucks, definitely the D80 is still in the runnings as a good camera. And with it being a used camera now and being out of the market for, I guess, over almost a year now, this is, a great used camera that you can pick up cheap online in comparison to the D90, and you're going to be just as happy with it. So, as long as you don't need video or anything like that, definitely consider the D80. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to, get in on the conversation of is it better, is it not, definitely put a comment down below, and we can get a discussion going. So, I'll see you around.